Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is good old Grandmaster here. Good morning. Well, it is morning. Yes, still morning, 11 o'clock in the morning, no problem there. Now, I've been hearing about this term, that science is sexist. Okay, well, that's your fucking opinion. Now, I got done watching a video on the men versus women. There's a video that was done by No Protocol. It was.
Hey, there is no intro.
It's
Hey.
Man versus Women in Sports, #1 reaction by No Protocol, which got 209,000 views. Now, this is a baseball. Now, lately, we've been seeing a lot of pitchers, men pitchers, throw the ball over 100 plus. I mean, so far, I've seen a pitcher throw 110. 110 now. Now, years ago, there was an all-women's baseball team called the Colorado Silver Bullets. Years ago. Look it up. The Colorado Silver Bullets was an all-women baseball team. And every game, they got their ass handed to them. Because they would be playing against male baseball team each game. And they would get walloped in every game. Okay, this is a all women's baseball team facing against team of men, and yet getting walloped. Now the reason is there's this women's pitcher, and she would throw pretty good, around 70, about close to 70 about 65 70 miles an hour. Not, I mean, good velocity, but not in a way that you'll see a guy do it, man do it. Because look, I'm 6'2", 255, about 250, and I'm left-handed, and I played baseball, and I also played soccer when I was younger, and we did a scrimmage against girls, and it was a good game. And the game ended up in a tie. It was a good game. And so now science will tell you otherwise. Science is a discovery of all different things of science. You discover, like, gravity, all types of works, just discoveries and all that stuff like that. So now this is physical science between men and women. Men have a bigger bone density, bigger muscle mass, bigger lung capacity, you name it, bigger cell count, all stuff, Women have also a different body, They don't have the muscle mass of men. They ain't got the big lung capacity, but they are good at sports. You can't count them out. Now, if you look at the dude in the trunks and the suit racing against women, he's tall. The person's tall, bigger muscle mass. He's tall, lanky, son of a bitch. Bigger. Body's different compared to the biological women. Now, the reason I have this here is that I've been seeing a lot of recently over the last couple of years, so that the velocity and speed of the pitch, the fastball, has increased by 45 to 48%. Insane. Years ago, as a pitcher, you see him hit 99, 100, 101, 102, 105 miles an hour. Now, Rob Dibble, who pitched for the 1990 World Champion Cincinnati Reds, that dude hit 99 miles an hour. This guy was a relief pitcher for the Reds, man. 99 miles per hour. This guy was... Randy Johnson, 6'10", they call him the big unit, 6'10". This guy could hit 100, 101, 102 miles an hour. I mean, dude, He had 2 games where he struck out 20. Struck out 20 twice in a season. And, but the guy's tall, 6'10". Tall, lanky dude, 6'10". And this guy could throw 100, up to 104 miles an hour. Tall, lanky guy, And, I mean, you see, runners, man, and there's a female runner, trying to remember her name. She got caught using steroids. Different bone density. I mean, if you want to become, steroids ain't going to do shit for you. HGH ain't gonna do shit for you. You gotta do it natural, man. Do it natural. But what gave some athletes an edge is they use steroids. They increase their testosterone and shit like that. But I remember when I was younger, I loved playing baseball, and I watched it every year, every season, man. Never missed a game. I've always watched it, and I've always watched the game, man. Never missed a game, and didn't matter who played, man. Like, I watched it, But here you have this transgender man to woman individual competing against biological females, and it's getting really, really ridiculous, Just because you failed, just because you fail against competing your thing. Now, just because you failed competing against fellow guys, you think it's gonna be easy for you to claim, oh, maybe if I pretend to be a woman, I could compete against biological females and actually dominate. That's what I think is a excuse, That's how I'm seeing it here. Because of all this crap going on, all this transgender stuff and all this, and it's this Leah Thomas person here, tall, big muscle mass, bigger lung capacity and whatnot, completely dominated, and the NCAA has nominated her as Woman of the Year. That's where it crosses the line, because the NCAA don't care about biological women in sports. The reason they're doing this is because they don't want to get canceled. Fuck them, I mean, you have to nominate biological women, not a dude who looks like a chick, but as a chick with cock and balls. That's a dude, thinking he's a woman. He's not a woman. He's still a guy. He's still a guy. The reason he's racing against women is because he failed at competing against men like him. And you had this 29-year-old guy just like thinking he's a chick, beating out a 13, 14-year-old girl who's biologically a female in a skateboarding competition. But here's what I want. Here's the problem with this. Women and girls are feeling unfair, competitively, and science don't lie. Science does not lie at all, unless you do a full-blown research. I mean, like straight up science research on the different between the men and women, the body, who has the bigger muscle mass, who has the bigger lung capacity, bigger red cell count. I mean, just what, because the men have a bigger advantage in sports, than women do. That's why there's women in tennis, women in basketball, women in track and field, WNBA, rugby, Now there's a dude who thinks he's a chick that's competing with and against females in rugby, and there are about 2 to 3 girls injured for Christ's sakes, like injured, like this dude who thinks he's a chick has the bigger muscle mass, but I mean faster, bigger muscle mass and shit, competing against females and with females. But he's the only male thinks he's a chick because he failed to compete against other guys in rugby. So you wussed out, thought, I'll be a chick. And, transgender athletes should be banned from competing against women. Period. And I agree to that. Because the unfairness, I mean, it's not going to be any easier, because this is why men and women are competing in their own division. There's never been a trans individual competing against men or women. And it's just that science don't lie. Science ain't sexist. I mean, with a big, huge research, it'll prove it. But again, I'm left-handed. Okay, I'm left-handed. And when I was younger, I could throw around nearly 90 miles an hour. I'm left-handed, and I could throw a pretty mean fastball. You know. My age, I don't know. But the thing is, you have to understand that men and women's bodies are completely different here, you know. And it proves that science don't lie. Science is not sexist, because whoever says science is sexist, go back to the drawing board and do your research properly, because whoever says it is a dumb motherfucker, you know. Because science don't lie at all, unless it's done by somebody who wants to change the actual findings and shit, you know. I think that true research, true findings are legit. Fake findings, fake evidence is bullshit. It is. It's bullshit, you know. It's bullshit. It's pretty much at science. I mean, look at physical science. Love that class. No, I remember I could throw a pretty mean slider. Just. I used to make this ball dance. Knuckleball. Floater. But that's why there's women's softball, men's baseball, men and women basketball, men and women track and field, you know, men and women soccer. Women are playing football, yeah, against each other, you know, and but they're not playing against men, you know. Just that all these woke mob dumb shits think that it's okay. It's okay to push the LGBT bullshit on the people. It's like they're pushing a religion on somebody. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, folks. Bullshit. You know, I've always loved playing sports. You know, I've always tried for school sports. Even though I don't make the team, I try it out. You know, I was in the 8th grade, trying out for the school baseball team. Did I make it? No. Try it. And I had fun. Trying out for the team, you know. And it was something that I love doing, you know, with sports. So for 13, 14 years, I played softball for my uncle's church. And it was just fun. It was co-ed. Not too bad, you know. And but sometimes people in church softball will take it a little bit too far. And think it's like, you know, going crazy, you know. But you know, it's sports is supposed to be competitive, but the thing is, that's why men and women have their own sports, their own stuff, you know. And when you throw in a dude who thinks he's a chick, go on there and really dominate like that, it gives a huge advantage over other biological females. And And it's just real that, you cannot sit there and say, well, science is sexist. Prove it. Prove it is. If you can't prove it, go fuck yourself. Because you can't prove it. Okay? Because the word sexist has been thrown around like the word racist, or homophobic, all that bullshit. And I never played against females. When I was younger, playing soccer, I was in grammar school. At the time, it was a practice scrimmage, and so it was practice scrimmage, and we ended the game in a tie. It was a good game, but it was a tie. But we out there having fun. We weren't being competitive, just having fun, But there's a lot of people that would take it as very competitive, very competitive. But the thing is, I would be careful in saying some stupid shit, because they're really pushing this LGBT bullshit on people. Mocking parents, man, which is a really fucked up thing to do. It's just that you cannot put a male who thinks he's a chick up against biological women. Because by doing that, they're out to destroy women's sports. And it's very, very wrong to do, man. Just that you gotta understand, man. If you're a dude who thinks you're a chick, but yet you still got your junk, and to me, it's more of a cop-out, dude. I mean, this Leigh Thompson person against men did pretty good, but thought, I'm going to be a chick. I'm going to join a women's college swimming team. I'm going to join the swimming team and dominate. That's what happened. You can't call her, can you? Probably not, because the person has a bigger muscle mass than the biological females. I call it counterfeit. Unless you're born biological, then maybe. But if not biological, you're a counterfeit. You're a fraud. You're a scam artist just to go out and destroy women's sports. Now, if there was a class for people that are transgendering individuals, that should be a class for them, because they're dudes who want to be chicks. That's the class for them. But let the biological females have their say. Have their moment in the sun for now on. But keep these guys who think they're chicks from competing against natural women, because, dude, science don't lie. Science ain't sexist. Men have a bigger muscle mass. They're taller. And like, for example, like I said, there's a years ago there was a all women's baseball team called the Colorado Silver Bullets. This was in the 90s, man. All women facing men And yet, they got thrashed. The guys were cranking off home runs like they were, like it's nothing. You know? Like it's nothing. One pitcher pitched to three guys. Each guy hit a home run. Pop, pop, pop. All center field, straight center field. And they were facing minor league semi-pro guys, you know, and they were just cranking them up, pop, 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 you know, just like it's nothing, you know. And they were scoring more runs per inning than the women have. You know, scoring 9 runs in one inning, 10 runs in one. I mean, it's good that they tried, but each game they played against a team full of guys, they got thrashed. Like, really got thrashed, you know. You know, like, signs don't lie there. They had a release picture thing shows a female version of Goose Gossett. You know, just what a stocky chick, you know, but she pitched to a couple guys, crack, home run, back homer, dude. But 75 miles an hour, holy crap, not bad, you know, not bad. And great velocity. Her fastball, great velocity. There was a couple hitters that she faced where she could at least throw some sliders, you know, curveball, couple sinkers, you know, change ups, curveball, also, you know. But the whole entire season they're getting thrashed, big time. Like, holy crap, man! These were dudes cranking off home runs like fucking Mark McGuire at a Little League ballpark, man, just cranking them up 500, 800 feet. That's science for you. You know. But they did pretty good the following season, but they didn't do. I mean, they weren't the best team. You know, they weren't. I mean, they were good, but it's more like if they had a women's pro ball league, you know, or a professional softball league, you know, or whatnot. And but this was the first time that all women's baseball team faced guys, and these girls were from high school, college, and shit like that, you know, just mainly college, you know, whatnot, and but they did pretty good, you know, and I think that if they faced other women, could have been a whole different ball game. But the guy that owns the team, I think he did it for marketing, you know, which is complete bullshit. But yeah, those ladies got thrashed, and tell you what, man, they tried, but you know, I don't know. But science don't lie at all. I mean, if you have women, men face each other in track and field, men would take it all the way. No bullshit. Okay, no bullshit there. This is where it stands. This is where the line draws is that men who think their chicks cannot compete against biological females, because science don't lie. Okay, if think I'm bullshitting, let's see a female throw a baseball at 95 miles an hour. That's actually a woman, not a dude thinks he's a chick. An actual biological woman that could throw 95 miles an hour with such velocity and accuracy. Then see, now pitchers now these days are hitting 105, 107, 108 miles an hour, 110, 110. Unheard of. No. But depends on if the pitcher is on something or just naturally talented, because when I was younger, pitchers were hitting 95, 99, 100 to 103 miles an hour. Not bad, But 110, holy jumping holy toes, man. Like, shit, dude, 110, that would probably throw your arm out, dude, man. Holy crap. Because, sorry. Because pitchers, holy crap, man, I just go to the park and practice pitching, and just throw different pitches from a fastball, curve, slider, sinker, forkball, splitter, you name it. Just trying to see how I can do. And I was throwing hard. Again, it depends on the muscle mass, the height, just because men and women are completely different. Completely different. Whether it's track and field, soccer, rugby, you name it. I think it's because we need to ban transgender athletes from competing against women, because I'll be honest, science don't lie, okay? Science don't lie. It ain't sexist. Science do not lie at all, period, Biological women do not have an advantage against someone that's taller, more, basically upper body strength, height, you name it. Because men and women, again, have a different body structure. Okay. Men are taller, more muscular, muscle mass, bigger lung capacity, you name it. And I think that women's sports belong to biological females, and I believe that. I don't believe in this transgender bullshit against competing against women. That's bullshit. Unless they're born biological, they're not actually women. You can't say they're women. Okay, you can't. Because you see them in sports competing, I would put an asterisk on that name. Okay. Because unless if you're born biological, that means born a natural woman, you're a counterfeit. Because you're not really a woman, you're still a guy. Just because you have long hair and try to look feminine, don't mean you're a real woman. Unless whatever. But against women, natural women, I don't think so. Because it's a huge, huge, huge disadvantage against natural born women. You know, I got nothing against the trans community. I don't. But when it comes to sports, I do. Because you have a much bigger advantage over natural biological women. And you, as a trans individual that still has this cock and balls, you have a much bigger advantage over the natural born females, which is a huge, huge disadvantage. Now, if you want to compete as a trans individual, do it in a class that fits you, or go back and play against men. But there should be a class for transgender individuals. Period. You know, a new class maybe. But competing against natural females, I don't think so. Because science don't lie. Period. Again. And I don't care if we look. I'm just saying the facts here, folks. I'm saying the facts here. I'm a guy. I'm 6'2", 255-ish. I'm left-handed. I got bigger upper body strength, bigger muscle mass, big time. Of course, I'm older now, but yet I can still throw the baseball pretty hard, you know, with such velocity. But it's at the point where you cannot say science is sexist, because science is science. Okay? Science is science. It's research, discoveries, all kinds of things that can be analyzed. But it has to be done by someone that has no agenda. Okay? Now, some are doing it for political reasons. They're pushing their own political reason for this fake science bullshit. Actual, factual science is science. Real, true science. Not the Dr. Fauci science, because that dude's bullshit. No. You have to look at the physical science of both men and women big time. You know, do a full-blown research, do a accuracy test on both men and women in different levels. Then they'll prove that men have a bigger advantage over women. And that's why you got this Leah Thompson dude competing against females and swimming and dominating because he's taller, lanky fucker. Still got his cock and ball, but the women don't want to see that shit, you know. But the NCAA are going after these women because they're afraid of speaking out. Well, they should speak out. It's time that this transgender sporting bullshit needs to end. Create a class for them. Keep women's sports. Period. Keep men's sports for men. Period. And if some of you don't like it, I don't care. Because just because you don't agree with the facts, well, that's your damn problem. That's your problem, not mine. I am just stating the facts here, folks. That's it. Some of you don't like them because you think it's sexist, you think it's racist. all this bullshit that hasn't worked for you for the last year and a half. Because it's been blowing up in your face like a big load all over the face of Stormy Daniels. Let me rephrase that. Like a big nut load all over the face of Stormy Daniels. And I had to go there, didn't I? I had to go there, didn't I? Yep, I had to go there, didn't I? Home viewer. I went there. Yeah, I went there. But it's funny. If you don't think that's funny, because it is. Alright, folks, this is good old Grandmaster Oven here, and this has been the Anonymous Republic Network. And if you're new to this channel, please leave a like, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell for notification, and always live healthy, happy, and wise. I love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out. Godspeed.